Have you ever felt like your mind is working against you? Like, no matter how hard you try to stay calm, focused, or rational, something just pulls you into overthinking, impulsive decisions, or emotional reactions? Well, you're not alone. Today, we're talking about something that affects every one of us: how to think clearly, especially when it matters most. Inspired by Shane Parrish's book, Clear Thinking, we're going to uncover how mastering ordinary moments can unlock extraordinary results. And trust me, this is the kind of wisdom you'll wish you knew sooner: the invisible power of everyday decisions. Here's the thing: most of us believe it's the big decisions that shape our lives: choosing a career, buying a house, or deciding to start a family. But here's the twist: it's actually the small, day-to-day choices that have the biggest ripple effects. Think about it like building a sand castle. It's not one giant scoop of sand that creates the masterpiece. It's the hundreds of small, precise movements that make it stand strong. Similarly, the way you respond to an annoying comment, handle a delay, or approach a mundane task shapes your future more than you realize. These tiny moments either put you in a better position or dig you into a hole. So, how do we stop ourselves from reacting impulsively and start making better choices? That's where the magic of clear thinking comes in. The 4 mental traps you need to avoid. Imagine trying to steer a ship, but every time you move the wheel, invisible forces keep pushing you off course. That's exactly what your brain is doing, thanks to 4 pesky defaults that Shane Parrish breaks down in his book. Let me introduce you to the culprits. The emotion default. This is when you let feelings like anger or fear take the wheel. Think road rage. You're not driving logically, you're driving emotionally. The ego default. When your pride gets in the way. Ever caught yourself arguing, not because you're right, but because you just need to be right? Yep, that's this one. The social default. Peer pressure, groupthink, or following the herd, even when it doesn't serve you. Sound familiar? The inertia. Default. This is your comfort zone whispering, just stay here, it's easier. But easier doesn't always mean better. These defaults are sneaky, but once you know they exist, you can start spotting them in your daily life. A story about emotional traps. Let's face it, everyone's been there. A driver cuts you off, and your day feels ruined. A coworker sends a passive-aggressive email, and you reply with something you regret. These moments are emotional traps that can derail us. But here's the key: every time emotions take over, you lose control. Let me share 2 examples to illustrate. First, a friend of mine works in customer service, a job that's all about managing emotions. One day, a customer yelled at her over something she couldn't control. Instead of snapping back, she took a breath and calmly said, "I can see you're frustrated. Let's find a solution together." That grace turned an angry customer into a loyal one. Now, think of Serena Williams. In high-stakes matches, she doesn't let a bad call or missed shot throw her off. She takes a breath, refocuses, and plays the next point as if it's the only one that matters. That's the power of mastering emotions. It keeps you in control no matter what. The lesson? When emotions flare, pause and ask, what's my next best move? That small pause can transform your response and, ultimately, your day. How your ego plays tricks on you. Let's dive into ego because, honestly, we've all been caught in its grip. Think about that time you argued relentlessly just to prove a point, even though you suspected you might be wrong. That's ego taking the wheel. Here's a story for perspective. Imagine a talented artist who stops sharing their work because their last exhibition didn't get rave reviews. Instead of focusing on growth, they let their ego build a wall, keeping them from reaching their potential. On the flip side, think about great leaders who acknowledge mistakes openly. They remind us that progress isn't about being right all the time. It's about learning, adapting, and moving forward. So, next time your ego nudges you to win a moment, pause and ask yourself, am I building bridges or burning them? Because real strength lies in choosing progress over pride. Create space for clear thinking. All right, so how do you actually apply clear thinking in your life? Shane Parrish says it all starts with creating space. Think of it as pressing pause before you react. Here's a quick exercise. Next time you're in a heated moment, maybe someone cuts you off in traffic or snaps at you in a meeting, take 5 deep breaths. Those few seconds can mean the difference between saying something you'll regret and making a decision you're proud of. It's not about being perfect. It's about giving yourself the chance to think clearly before acting. Recap. Let's quickly recap. Today, we explored how mastering your emotions, taming your ego, and practicing clear thinking can transform the way you approach life's challenges. It's all about hitting pause, staying in control, and choosing progress over reaction. Now, here's your challenge. What's one moment this week where you could have paused and responded differently? Reflect on it and drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your story. If this video fired you up to think clearer and take charge of your decisions, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with someone who could use a little clarity in their chaos. Together, let's build a movement of smarter, more intentional living. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.